Yeah, I've only played there, I think, once before. It's obviously going to be a tough place to go. They are obviously, a team with a lot of good athletes, a very physical team, and one that I think has improved a lot as well in recent years. So, quality-wise, for sure. So, I think it's a game that you absolutely have to be ready for because it's going to be a challenge.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks, guys, for doing this. Similar question to what Steve asked Christian for you, Eunice. You played in that game almost 3 years to the day ago, the qualifier in Kingston. What lessons can you take in terms of the field, the weather, the way they play at home, can help you in the match tomorrow? Thanks and good luck, guys.
Yeah, I think the way we approach the game now is different. We know that it's going to be a really challenging game with the conditions, and they're a physical team, so we have to match their intensity before trying to play or anything like that. We have to really be ready to fight, really. So that's the key thing tomorrow.
Thanks, Michael. A little bit separate from the game itself, I wonder if both of you guys could take a stab at this, of your impressions of Diego coaching the young goalkeeper from Barcelona, now in his second camp, trying to make an impression. What have you seen from him as a young player, as a young goalkeeper, and how has he started to integrate into the group over the camps? I know Christian, at least, we were with him in September, and now, what have you seen from him? Thank you.
Um, yeah, well, first of all, he's a good kid. I think that's what you realize first. He's a good kid. He fits in well with the group. And yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I'd seen so much of him, but I've seen him make a couple good saves, and that's his job at the end of the day. And obviously, he's doing really well for himself over there. So it's exciting to see, and yeah, we hope we know he's gonna have a bright future.
Hi, thanks. Can you each share what is your favorite thing about playing in the Italian Serie A, and what the most challenging thing is for playing on one of the top teams in Italy?
You want to start?
Yeah, my favorite part is playing for AC Milan because it's like one of the biggest teams in the league. So many Champions Leagues, so it's like a dream come true playing for such a big team in this area, And then the challenge is that every team obviously wants to beat us because we're the best. So every game is a tough game.
Yeah, I mean, I could agree in that. I'd say the favorite part is definitely playing at San Siro regularly is amazing. The atmosphere is pretty special. The field, yeah, it's a great place to play. And then, yeah, I think what he said, challenging is yeah, everyone prepares to play against Milan and some of the bigger teams. Like it's the biggest game for them. So. You go away and you play in some of these, environments. Maybe the pitch isn't great. It's a small stadium, but the fans are electric. It can be really difficult.
Christian, looking at the big picture, I think you have only 6 more training camps together before the World Cup roster is picked. What do you think as a group are the big term objectives that you'd like to see accomplished under Mauricio?
I mean, I don't know. I think obviously it's easy to look ahead. I think the main objective right now is to beat Jamaica. That's truly the only thing on our minds. I think we have to take this step by step. This is what's in front of us right now, and we have to put on a really dominating, strong performance. That's our goal first and foremost. And I think if we can do that, we can obviously build on that, and then it's just continuing to grow as a team, kind of creating what our identity is going to look like, and just trying to win as many games as we can.
Thank you, Michael. This one's for Eunice. Obviously, last camp, there was a lot of information being thrown at you guys, particularly you playing in different positions and moving around the field as Mauricio kind of adjusted. Everyone kind of adjusted to this new system and everything going on. For this camp with Mauricio's second camp and his second go-around in charge, how have things been different, and what has this camp been like now that you guys are a little bit more familiar with what he's going to be asking of you?
It's still kind of new. It's only the second camp. It's not like it was the same roster last camp. There's new players and others coming in, so they're still new. We're still trying to get to know each other, player stuff. But yeah, the main thing is the game tomorrow. That at the end of the day, we're going out there to really compete to win. and we've been working on that in training to make sure that we're ready and give our best tomorrow.
Guys, thanks for your time today. I hope you'll both take this one, if you will. I just wanted to learn more, following on Ryan's question about what the environment has been like under Mauricio. It's hard for us to see the differences maybe from the outside. A lot of the same personnel have been called in. What is the daily experience like, and the vibe and the methodology? How are things different from under Greg?
Yeah, I mean, every coach has their differences. I think I don't know. I think it's been a good kind of reset for everyone, and I think it's brought an environment where everyone is a bit on their toes, and especially in in training sessions and in preparation and meetings. I think everyone is that much more focused. You obviously want to make a good first impression. You want to impress these coaches. They've obviously coached some of the best players in the world. So that's the only thing. That's what I would say.
Thanks, Michael, as always. First, Yunus, Mark McKenzie, he said Tiempo Musah is crazy. What did he mean by that one? And for you, Christian, this is the first time we had a chance to talk to you since playing against Real Madrid. You played against them at the Stefano. You didn't get a chance to play against them against the Bernabeu until a few weeks ago. You just talk about that whole experience playing at the Bernabeu and seeing Yunus's two-way effort and you all getting that great win.
Yeah. No, Mark's a funny guy. He's a joker in the team. So he's always joking around, and that was a good joke because I scored my first USWNT goal in them, so it was a good joke. So yeah, he's just a funny guy, man.
Yeah, and I mean, I've realized I've played against Real Madrid like 8 times already in my career, which is insane in Champions League. This last one, I mean, truly an amazing team effort from our whole team. Obviously, Yunus was put in a pretty unique role in that game, and I mean, everyone can see what he could do and how important he was to for us to win that game and to especially hold their especially their left side and keep it quiet down there, which can be a tough challenge. And obviously he played an amazing game, and really special to go to a stadium like that and win.